Hey everybody, welcome to Goshen Prepping. I'm glad you're here. I have a serious question for you. Think about this. What are you going to do when the power goes out? Possibly even for a couple weeks at a time. What are you going to do? Because understand, electricity, it's not just a luxury, not anymore. You need it for your refrigerator, freezer, food preservation. Let's not even talk about your furnace, requires electricity to keep hot air going during the wintertime to keep your family alive. And let's be honest, the grid is very fragile, and we've been warned our electricity needs will not be met in the future. But at least for emergency situations, we can have solar generators. And honestly, in our family, Bluetti is a household name. I love our Bluetti systems. Now I have a new one I want to show you. Guys, I want to show you this video, stick with it. It's an incredible system, not even just a unit, but a whole system to keep power going for you. To start off with, we have the Bluetti AC240, a fantastic solar generator. And a perfect addition to that is the Bluetti B210 battery. It just provides extra power for the solar generator. And behind me is the PV350 Solar Panels. Wow, what a system. So independently, they will do very well for you, but as a team, what a team, they'll do incredibly well. I want to go through each one briefly and then show you how this whole system works and can work for you to keep your power going for your fridge, freezer, and even more so for your furnace. Okay, let's start off with the solar generator. As I said, it's the Bluetti AC240. It has a 2400 watt AC output with a 3600 watt power lifting mode. We'll talk about that in a few. With a 2200 watt AC input, it has 80% recharging time in just 45 minutes. That is fast. Not to mention it has a 1200 watt max solar input. And if you don't understand that, the terminology, just understand that's huge. A lot of solar generators out there on the market have it so you can only use small panels, which of course takes it a lot longer to charge it up. Not this. Up to 1200 watts input from solar panels, that's a lot of power. A nice addition, it has a car adapter. So that way as you're driving down the road, going on road trips, or going camping, you can keep it charged up as you go. But even more so, again, since it has the pass-through charging, your car can keep it charged up and it can power other things like a fridge in your car for you. So perfect, we're good to go. I have my Outback charging up the unit right now. Now granted, my Outback's not running, but that's something you have to be careful about because obviously you don't want to kill the battery of your car. But if you have the Outback running, your car running, and you're driving down the road, then your car will keep it charged up as long as you're driving. And since it has the pass-through charging, you can use the device while you drive to power up things like a small fridge or your devices as you go. So it's perfect for like business trips, take it within business trips, or if you're doing some car camping, maybe you sleep in your car at night, whatever the case may be, on these trips. We do that sometimes. But even better so, if your car is like some kind of bug out vehicle and you want to put stuff in your car, it's a perfect condition for that so that way your car keeps it charged up and going and it can be used at night, right Buttercup? To be able to do whatever you need to as far as like, getting away from society or heading out to your bug out location. And it uses MPPT, by the way, maximum power point tracking, which means it's high efficiency, faster charging times, and a better charging harvest. Not to mention it has what's called pass-through charging, which is my favorite feature. You can charge it with a solar panel or your AC outlet and use it at the same time. Not all solar generators will allow that. Just some other quick features. It's clean and renewable, quiet, plug and play, water and dust resistant, and even better, it has a 15 millisecond uninterruptible power supply. In other words, keep it plugged in, plug something into it, like I plugged my computer into it, and your power glitches for a few seconds. Normally your computer would get shut down. This will keep your computer going. Now let's talk about what it can do. It can easily handle most appliances with its 2400 watt output, and it has 1536 watt hours of power for your appliances. You know what? Let me show you some things that we can plug into it and make it go. How about a laptop? Sure. A toaster? Indeed. A blender? Absolutely. A microwave? Of course. The fridge with artwork? You bet. A fan? Why not? That feels good. But more importantly, a coffee maker. No. A hot water kettle. No. An espresso machine. Yes. No, the really important thing, an air conditioning unit. This is a 14,000 BTU unit. Really big. Keeps us cool in the summer. All run from our solar generator. That's a big unit, by the way. And pulling 850 watts, it'll continue as is for over an hour and a half. And it's well designed. The engineering put into it is fantastic, but keep in mind, it's very simple to operate. Let's take a look at some of the jacks on the front. First, it has a 12 volt car adapter, so you can take it with you like camping or on the road. It also has a 12 volt 30 amp outlet for other devices. It has two 100 watt USB-C jacks, and it has two 18 watt USB-A jacks. To keep it nice and cool, it has an independent air duct, But don't let a fan with an air duct concern you. It's exceedingly quiet. It has two 20 amp, 120 volt regular outlet plugs for your typical appliances, and one TT30 plug, which is perfect for your RV or a boat. Now, one unique feature it has that I've never seen with any other solar generator, it has what's called lifting power. If you have a device like a space heater, hair dryer, or maybe an iron, want to iron your clothes, it can provide extra power specifically for those devices. Okay, I'll show you how to turn on this mode in just a moment, but I just want to say it's so nice you can power a heater from the Bluetti. So here we have the Bluetti unit powering the large heater. It has no problem pumping out the almost 1,300 watts of power. Now when you charge it up, keep it above freezing. But for discharging it, using it to actually power your home, etc., can actually go down to -4 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a nice feature. Keeps you warm on those nice cold Michigan nights, or whatever frozen tundra you live in. The unit encloses a lithium iron phosphate battery, which is the best. It has a 10-year lifespan and a 6-year warranty. Okay, let's take a minute and talk about the battery unit. Also a lithium iron phosphate battery. Now we know the unit has 1536 watt hours. The battery, what an amazing addition. 2150 watt hours in addition to what it already has, giving you lots of power when you need it. This unit alone can be run independently with its own 12 volt or 24 volt car outlet. How cool. It also has its own 100 watt USB-C jack and 18 watt USB-A jack. So in other words, it works on its own even without this big unit. That's really cool. Let's talk about the solar panel. The PV350 Solar Panel is powerful, 350 watts. It weighs just over 30 pounds and folds up very nicely for carrying around or unfolding wherever you need it. By itself, an incredible unit, combined with a battery in the solar panel system, it is unstoppable. Now again, your power goes out, you don't want your fridge and freezer to go bad or your furnace to not run. So let me show you how this unit, with these together in the solar panel, can make those systems run indefinitely, even if the grid goes down permanently. Maybe you're an RVer. We are, and we love it. This is the perfect system to take on the road. Find a campsite, or what we like to do, find a boondock site. A sunny place for the panels, perfect. Being so portable, it's the perfect take-with-you system. All right, using the TT30 plug, you're a camper. We like to boondock, and the house batteries in the camper only last so long. So that's what's beautiful about using this Bluetti, is it can actually keep your house batteries going a lot longer, all night even, using everything inside, including the appliances like the microwave oven and even the air conditioner for a short amount of time. So it's the perfect thing for RVers. And this TT30 RV plug makes it so much easier. Just plug it in and you're ready to go. Now, a very smart feature it has, this is brilliant. Their cables are color coded, so there's absolutely no confusion understanding where the cables go. Even if you did have the color coding, the cables are so foolproof you can't plug them in certain things because they simply won't fit, but the color code is awesome. For example, let's plug in the AC power adapter. It'll only fit in this jack. Rotate the clip to the left to unlock it and push it in. Rotate it back to the right, and now it's locked in place. I love that. Which is really great, by the way, because there's nothing worse when you move the unit and the plugs come undone and fall out. Bluetti solved that since they lock in place. Speaking of that, we also have this adapter or connector that takes your standard solar panel connectors or wires and puts it into the adapter so you can obviously charge up your solar generator with any solar panel you want. But of course, I like the ones that come from Bluetti. Okay, time to stack the battery. I'm going to use a little help here. Thanks, Hannah. Let's put the solar generator on top of the battery unit. Hooking it up is a snap, literally. With the color coded, they make it so easy. Make sure the units are off, by the way. This is so simple. Just grab the connector cable, plug the orange end into the solar generator. It matches colors, orange, and plug the blue one into the blue end on the battery. Snap both in place. We're good to go. Couldn't get much easier. One nice feature, by the way, you don't need two power adapters to charge up both. Nope. With them connected together, your AC power adapter or solar panels, however you're charging it, will automatically charge both units, not just the solar generator. It'll charge up the battery too. Now, out of all the really cool features, I have to admit my absolute favorite thing is this screen. It shows you every single thing that's happening with the unit. Let me show you how it works. Very cool. Okay, let's power it on. Just hold down the power button and it will boot up. Very nice. So let's use the solar generator to power some devices. First, a USB. Begin by powering up the USB section of the unit. There we go. Now I'm going to plug in an iPad into one of the 100 watt jacks. There it is. You can see in the bottom left-hand corner, the iPad is pulling a mere 13 watts. Let's step it up a little bit and plug in a laptop. Again, begin by powering up the AC section of the unit this time. And now I'll plug in a 120 volt laptop charger. Look at the power it draws, 74, 93, 89, 90. There we go. It draws just less than 100 watts. Let's take a closer look. At the bottom right, we can see that it's powering both AC, DC, and it's connected to the grid. In the center, you can see we have 100% full charge on the Bluettis. And with this power draw, it'll go well over 99.9 hours on this charge. So here's the cool part. I have it connected to a Bluetti app on my phone. This is great. Let's go to my devices. Here we go. Here's my Bluetti. And now we can see all the power going through this unit. The moving lines, they tell you where the unit is powering other devices and what power is going into the unit. This is not just for observation. You can control the Bluetti here too. For example, click on DC/USB. Yep, turn it off, and it goes off. Cool. Turn it back on. Neat. Or maybe I just want to turn off the AC power. It controls that too. Excellent. Notice on the top left of the display, it reads 0 watts. This is the area that registers how much solar is coming in. We'll look at this in a few minutes. But right now, of course, we're inside the house. Another option, you can see the status of all the batteries. This shows how much power is in the AC240 and how much power is in the connected B210 battery. Both are good to go. Let's go to the settings on the top right. Lots of options for the unit. Here you can set up the UPS, turn on the power lifting for a heater, blow dryer, iron, screen timeout, adaptive DC input. It's quite intelligent. Best part? No more carrying around a paper manual. You can view it or download it right from the app. That's super smart. And all these options are accessible from the front panel too. So I'm just going to put the unit with the battery right next to my chest freezer. This is right next to my deck, so this is perfect. I'm going to put the solar panel system out here right on my deck. It has these handy little legs. Just pull them out, stand it up. Notice on the back it has this little pouch. Unzip it and pull out the cords. Now finish unfolding the rest of the panels. This is huge. However, easy to set up wherever the sun shines. Run the cords into the house. Here I connected to the solar adapter I showed you earlier. Snap them together. Then plug that adapter into the generator. Okay, here we go. This is what we've been waiting for. The top left number shows we're pulling in 265 watts of power from the sun. You can also see in the circle that the unit and the battery combo are 97% charged, and it's going to take 0.3 hours to recharge it. That's about 20 minutes. Nice. Now, let's plug in the chest freezer. Make sure the AC is on. Wait a second, what gives? The bottom right number, which is AC, shows 0. That's because most of the time the freezer compressor is not on. They're super efficient, by the way. It only turns on periodically to keep the temperature low. There we go, it finally turned on. Only 96 watts to run the freezer. That's it. And that's only periodically. So let's look at this. We're bringing in 256 watts from the sun and only using 96 watts on occasion. In reality, you could probably run 3 of these freezers simultaneously. It has no problem running one at all. And it has tons of extra power for other stuff. And in this way, you can run off of solar. Literally, there's enough sun during the day to keep it going, keep it charged up. At night, the whole battery system will keep it going. The next day, charges up some more, and you can run it indefinitely like this. I mean, it's not even just a matter of food spoilage, but there's a lot of medications like insulin, for example, you have to keep refrigerated. This is the perfect system to make that happen. All free power from the sun, running indefinitely. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the beauty of the Bluetti system. The AC240, the B210 extra battery, which you can actually stack 4 of these, by the way, to even having more power, and the PV350 together. What an incredible system to keep power going. I'm going to put a link below if you want to pick one up. I couldn't recommend a higher solar generator system than these. I've had Bluettis in the past, still run, still kick like they're brand new, and this whole new one, this one takes it to a whole new level. Guys, I highly recommend Bluetti, and you are certainly going to see these units far more on the channel as we head out camping this summer, and I'll show you in action even then how well they work. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time.